Hello, friends. Today I'd like to talk about the importance of being able to speak English. If you can speak English, you are already ahead of many job seekers. Do you speak English? Well, do you know that you have a significant job skill advantage over many people worldwide? If English is your native language, you are already ahead of the rat race. According to my Google search, there are about 7.5 billion people on the earth, and only 1.5 billion people speak English. Do you know what that means? That means the other 6 billion people in the world are looking for you to teach them English. Many people I've met since I've lived in the United States are always excited to hear me speak. They always want to know, how do you speak English so well? They love my Jamaican accent and the way I pronounce my words. They ask me, where did you learn to speak English? And a lot of people don't realize that the native language of my country, Jamaica, is English because we were a British colony up until 1962 when we gained independence. So that means Jamaicans are taught English in the home and we learn it from kindergarten to college. We also speak Jamaican Creole, which is a mixture of broken English and a mixture of African dialects with the languages of all the countries that once ruled Jamaica. The languages are French, African dialects, Dutch, and Spanish that are all come together to make the Jamaican Creole. Now, in my experience living in America, the ability to communicate in English is a mandatory skill required, especially in college and in the work setting. In college, many of my college mates are amazed when I speak. They ask me repeatedly, where did you learn to speak English so well? Was it hard for you to learn English when you came to the United States? Some of these people, they ask me these questions because it's hard for them to learn English, especially some people from Asian countries like China, Japan, Vietnam. It's hard for them to maneuver their tongue to pronounce the English words. Even some people from countries like India, which as you know, India is also a member of the British Commonwealth. They also were ruled by the British in the past, and they learned to speak English. Many Indians know how to speak English. However, because of their very thick Indian accent, it's hard for people to understand what they are saying. And there are many Indians who have learned to overcome the the problems they face when they speak English. Some have perfected their English very well, and some still have a thick Indian accent. And so being able to speak English and speak it clearly so that people can understand you is a very underrated skill, and a lot of people don't realize how important this is. Okay, so as I was saying before, here in America, many degree programs require you to be able to speak English or be able to understand English. Because of this, many Asian students struggle to get their college degree, and those who do get their degree study long hours to master understanding the English language and to learn how to speak it. They may get an A in maths, an A in chemistry, an A in physics, but if they can't pass English, they can't graduate. And so I've also met a lot of Hispanic people that they speak in Spanish all their lives, and they speak it at home, and it's hard for them to learn English. And it's surprising to me because English comes so easily for me, but then that is because I learned English while growing up in Jamaica. So for the students that are in college that they can't pass English, they have problems in graduating. Many of them are trying to find a job or trying to advance their career, whether it be in healthcare, information technology, engineering, and so on. And because of their difficulty in passing English, it causes them to miss a lot of job opportunities or a lot of opportunities to advance in their career. And many of them, they only pass it after many failed attempts. The ones who advance in college or their career are the ones who are disciplined enough to keep studying and practicing communicating in English for many hours every day. So to all the native English speakers, don't take this ability for granted. Use it to the fullest potential. You can apply for jobs that state the ability to communicate in English is a requirement. You can teach or tutor someone whose first language is not English. You can teach or tutor students from elementary to college level. If you are looking for a job and it is hard to find one, it's time for you to get creative. You can use any device like a computer, tablet, or smartphone to communicate with the 6 billion people all over the world who are trying to learn English. There are even some people who just want someone to speak the language so that they can practice their speech and they can hear the proper pronunciation of words. The possibilities are endless.